Guess what we get to do today? That's right, we're going for a pre-purchase inspection, y'all. I guess while we're waiting on Ricardo to get back from fueling up the car, we can take a look at a little bit of the lovely things that are around here. For one, I don't know a whole lot about Nissans. They sure do look rather modern now. There's all this very complicated geometry in the front end. Just like, look at that headlight. Wow. Everything that does in there, it's got like this. Some going that way, some going that way, some going that way. Like, I'm guessing that's another like part of the turn signal right there. I'm guessing it's got like drop lights too. You know, very modern for what is it? A Rogue? Yeah, Rogue. Nissan Rogue. Looks very good. Still no Ricardo yet. Those are customer cars. Here we are at, what is it, 325i X-Drive. Looking pretty aggressive for a 3 Series. Ooh, the 3 Series doesn't look all that serious and bulbous in the front. Yeah, 320i. Anyway, looks nice. I like it. Now what? We got some more Nissans over there. Got some Nissans over there. Yeah. Was that an Ultima? All right. Just wondering where is it? Yeah, Nissan. All right. I'm at VCOA. Dropped off the XC60 at the brand new service department over here. There's all sorts of awesome Volvo cars over here. All sorts of cool Volvos. Old Volvos, new Volvos. Yeah. Running into stuff because I can't see. It's so bright out here and I forgot my sunglasses and I can't touch my face or my eyes. And so I'm just going to cry on video. Anyways, I am just waiting on my ride to get here. They said that it should be finished and they should be calling you back sometime around lunchtime. So yeah, excellent. We'll see what they say about the XC60. See if it passes inspection or not, or if it's got any major BS going on. Other than that, excelente. I don't know about those other people in there who are driving the brand new ones. There sure did seem to be a lot of people in there who are having some issues with their newer Volvos. And all the ones that I see in the service line are all newer. So, who knows? People cashing in on those warranties, I hope. But yeah, so I'll check back in with you guys here in a little bit once my eyes stop burning. And I'll let y'all know. I'll start by saying right now, I am glad that I got a pre-purchase inspection. They are worth it. Do not let anybody tell you that you do not need to do a pre-purchase inspection on a car. Do not let anybody ever tell you that it is not necessary, that it's superfluous, or any of that. Don't let them tell you. Because let me tell you, let me just kind of get parked right here real quick and turn the radio off. And tell you guys everything that they found in my $165 multi-point inspection here. All right, and so everything else seemed to be okay. Jim was like, the good news is it's a Volvo, so it can be fixed. The bad news is they found quite a lot wrong with this car, so it might not be something potentially I want to buy. So let's take a look at what we have here. All right. So basically the recommended services that we have here are, right, we have a slight vibration at idle. I can hardly tell it, but they want to do an engine mount, right? That's going to be $409, right? All right. And then they have a vacuum pump leak that they are wanting to fix for $347. Right, so that's that's like over $750 so far, and that is just 2 items, and I still haven't even gotten. All right, we're halfway through. There is an exhaust concern. There is a code for the catalytic converter, internal failure in bank number 2, and to fix this, they want $2,981. Right, so yeah, and in order to yeah. So now we're into the well into the 3500s, right? And then finally, there is a cord storage for bank 1, rear O2 sensor. The sensor is shorted out. There's an exhaust concern, and they want to fix that for $631.15. So that's gonna already be well into, well, yeah, so like almost $4,000 worth of repairs needed to make sure that this thing stays on the road. So let's get back to Round Rock Nissan and let them know what we found out. Alright, so what did we learn here today? Well, one thing is that dealerships are in fact willing to work with you if you're willing to go the extra mile for them. They are willing to do you favors if you're willing to do them favors. That's all very common and fine and well and dandy and whatnot. But the moral of the story is you always want to get a pre-purchase inspection done. You don't ever want to go into the prospect of buying a car, whether it's new or especially a used car. You know, you would expect like a newer car to not come with any problems, but also you just have to be wary, because these are, you know, cars are fickle machines. They are, after all, machines. They will break for whatever reason. You can't expect everything to go perfectly all the time, and this case is no exception. So the XC60 is currently not on the buying list unless we're able to get some repairs done on that pretty soon, because Volvo said that thing needed $5,000 in repairs to be roadworthy. And so I don't really think that I'm going to be pulling the trigger on that one today. I'm talking with the salesperson right now. I'm just waiting on my ride so that I can get back home. And then they're going to talk with the service department, because they seem to think, I mean, like, I just think that it's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, like, I spoke my mind. I don't feel it's like, I'm glad that I did it, but at the same time, I shouldn't have to take a car from one dealership to another dealership to have them tell me that it's not been inspected properly, or that it's not going to pass inspection, you know. And like, in here, I'll walk over here right now. The car has a big old sticker on the front of it. I'll show you right now. Every single one of these cars out here has a handwritten little tag that said inspected. Yep, there it is. Okay, so inspected 3 of 20. So a couple months ago, like, and $5,000 worth of repairs doesn't just show up in a couple of months. I have a feeling that this is something that they just expected to sell because it's really low mileage, and it's really kind of like low down in there in the price. But obviously, as a fleet vehicle, they were hard. Like I said, they were hard miles. It's really low mileage, but it doesn't matter if the mileage is so hard that you that it breaks down. It wears out a little bit too soon. And so, yeah, just waiting on my ride to get here, and then we will see what the deal is with the Volvo XC60 in the future. Maybe it might be something. Maybe it might be something that I wanna, look into. You know, they're not difficult repairs. They're not horrible repairs that are going to sink the car, but they do detract from the value of the car, and they are going to be expensive to take care of. I don't have $5,000 to immediately drop on a car that I'm having to finance in order to afford, and having to pay $165 to find out that it needs $5,000 in repair is way cheaper than pulling the trigger on the car, doing all the financing, and then figuring out that it needs $5,000 in repairs and realizing that I'm screwed. So once again, always do pre-purchase inspection, even if it's expensive. It's totally worth it. I freaking just saved myself a boatload of money right now, instead of barreling in here and pulling the trigger on it like I wanted to, because that's the way that I do all of my car purchases. I don't know anything different. I've never purchased from a dealership before. I have shopped at dealerships. I've spoken to dealers. I have talked to salespeople. I've never actually bought from a dealership before. I mostly only ever buy private. And so this is all a completely new experience to me. And yeah, and even just from like an initial, experience, I guess, an initial inspection, it's just, some things can be done better around here. So anyways, hope y'all like this one. Hope y'all like this video. Maybe we'll be back again with the XC60 later on. I'll update you guys with more details as to what's happening with this one, because I kind of want to know what the story is. It's such a low mileage car. It's such a ridiculously low mileage car, and there's no reason why it should be left to sit here and rot at a Nissan dealership. So anyways, I'll check in with you folks later on. Peace.